faceless, we were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. They say that I'm reckless, because I'm relentless. They spit on my face and crush on my name and taking my life in vengeance. Yeah, you could try and blame us and try and take what's sacred, but we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. Somebody sound the alarm. A fire was set in the dark. It's time that you know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. It doesn't matter if the world is gone mad, if we just hold on, if we just hold on, yeah. The sky is falling and the world is gone mad, and we sing our songs and we just hold on, yeah. So if you're running, stop running. One life, one chance, start living. Sing it louder just to let the world know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. Somebody sound the alarm. It's time that you know. It doesn't matter if the world is going mad, if we just hold on, if we just hold on, yeah. Sing it louder just to let the world know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. We were born for greatness. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. Red alert, time, shine a light down. On the front lines of my mind now. Fighting my time on the high ground. Blinded but I'm still alive, shout oh. They said we're lucky to have got this far, and that it's not worth fighting for. The words are written on the wall. Come on and fight back, no starting over again. We'll take it right back from the ones we're again. It's time to rise up, even though they left us for dead. This is our last stand. Take a chance now and draw a line in the sand. It's in our hands now, no living with regret. It's time to rise up, even though they left us for dead. This is our last stand. Threading what's right on my heel, sweat on my skin, pins and needles. Forget it all right, can you feel that this is our time? Make it real, shout oh. They said we're lucky to have got this far, and that it's not worth fighting for. The words are written on the wall. Come on and fight back, no starting over again. We'll take it right back from the ones we're again. It's time to rise up, even though they left us for dead. This is our last stand. Take a chance now and draw a line in the sand. It's in our hands now, no living with regret. It's time to rise up, even though they left us for dead. This is our last They said we're lucky to have got this far, and that it's not worth fighting for. The words are written on the wall. voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me. You got your rules and your religion, all designed to keep you safe. But when rules start getting broken, you start questioning your faith. I have a voice that is my savior, hates to love and loves to hate. I have a voice that has the knowledge and the power to your fate. I hear voices crying, I see heroes dying, I taste blood that's trying, I feel tension rising. I hear voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first of back-to-back WWE Wrestling Talk Shows with Reese Rock Jones and
Sean Smith.
we are here first to bring you the results of the WWE Greatest Royal Rumble show, which was brought to us from Saudi Arabia, which of course has been filled with controversy simply because of the laws of Saudi Arabia not allowing women to compete.
So we had to settle for the men instead.
The opening event of the contest featured an old rivalry when the COO, the game, Triple H, would take on the tied 16-time WWE Champion John Cena. Now both of these superstars were looking to have a bit of a comeback from what happened to them at WrestleMania. Of course, Triple H and his ever so annoying wife, Stephanie McMahon, lost to the hands of Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey.
Whilst John Cena was another victim to The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Not just a victim, but was slaughtered at the hands of The Undertaker.
So how would we rate this contest?
This was a very good opening match. Apparently, each superstar requested to open this match. It was a back and forth type match. After each superstar hit their trademark finishes onto each other, so after John Cena hit the attitude adjustment on Triple H and got a near fall, and Triple H hit the pedigree on John Cena for a near fall, the ending of the match came when John Cena performed another attitude adjustment on Triple H, then sent him springboarding into the turnbuckle and hit another attitude adjustment to pick up the 3 count.
So, John Cena is victorious in Saudi Arabia.
And cut a thank you promo to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for their hospitality and excitement over the event.
Look, fair play to John Cena for doing that.
Next we had a Cruiserweight Championship match when newly crowned champion Cedric Alexander would defend against former 2-time champion Kalisto.
So, bearing in mind this is Kalisto's first title shot in a long, long time, and this is Cedric Alexander's first time defending his belt.
The match wasn't too long. It was slightly shorter than the Triple H John Cena match. It ended when Cedric Alexander countered the Salida del Sol into the lumbar check to pick up the 3 count.
Either way, Cedric Alexander kept his title.
Next we had a vacant match, or rather a match between Bray Wyatt and Woken Matt Hardy, who would go against Sheamus and Cesaro and determine new Raw Tag Team Champions. Now, we all know the story here. Sheamus and Cesaro lost the Raw Tag Team Championships to Braun Strowman and a 10-year-old kid named Nicholas at WrestleMania.
But
They were automatically due for a rematch. So they walked into Kurt Angle's office and said that they should be given the titles back. But Kurt Angle said no, they gave them their rematch and set up a mini little tournament to see who their opponents would be. The Revival defeated Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows in the first round match, and Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy defeated Titus Worldwide, which we'll get to again a little later in the show.
yes, for different reasons.
And then in the final, Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy defeated the Revival, setting up this match.
So the final team's going into this final match.
Now, what do we say here? This match was kind of predictable. In fact, this whole show in a way was predictable, but this match especially, because Cesaro and Sheamus had just been transferred over to SmackDown in the Superstar Shake-Up, and there is no way they are going to take championships titled the Raw Tag Team Championships over to SmackDown.
Of the emphasis on Raw and SmackDown once again, and you get our point.
But the match ended with Hardy distracting Sheamus. Bray Wyatt hit a Sister Abigail on him, and then Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt performed a wheelbarrow twist of fate to pin Sheamus and usher in the age of wokenness.
Yeah. The deletion of worlds, they call themselves now. And hopefully their reign will be, no pun intended,
From one crazy Hardy to the other, slightly more stable Hardy.
Oh yeah.
Because next we saw Jeff Hardy defend the United States Championship against Jinder Mahal. Backpedaling a little bit. At WrestleMania, Jinder Mahal defeated Bobby Roode, Randy Orton, and Rusev in a fatal four-way match by pinning Rusev to become the United States Champion. However, just 8 not so glorious, Bobby Roode, days later, Jinder Mahal was drafted to Raw in the Superstar Shake-Up. And Kurt Angle immediately put him in a United States Championship match, and Jeff Hardy would answer the challenge. And he would defeat Jinder Mahal to win the United States Championship, and then he would be drafted to SmackDown. Jinder Mahal, however, issued his rematch clause to challenge Jeff Hardy at the Greatest Royal Rumble. Unfortunately for the yesterday Maharaja and the Sin Brothers, The success he had this time last year when he managed to pick up the WWE Championship seems to have disappeared.
It's used to that indeed, hasn't it?
Because the winner of the match, following a twist of fate and a swanton bomb, and still the Intercontinental Champion, Intercontinental, I mean United States Champion, is Jeff Hardy.
Ah.
Staying with SmackDown, the Usos would issue their rematch clause for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships against the Bludgeon Brothers.
Now, what can we say about this match? It was simply, well...
It was okay, but it was swift and short.
How short were we talking?
We are talking 5 minutes and 5 seconds, which for a pay-per-view match is relatively short.
Yes. Considering the winners of the match were...
The winners of the match, after the Usos managed to get some offense in, and after performing a double crucifix powerbomb on Jimmy Uso, and still SmackDown Tag Team Champions are the Bludgeon Brothers.
Also known as Half Button Roller.
The way that this is going, and the fact that they were drafted over to SmackDown, I have a feeling that they're either going to possibly work something out to where the Bludgeon Brothers go up against Sanity.
Ooh, now that would be interesting to see, because Sanity are still yet to make their SmackDown Live debut.
And next we had the Fatal 4-Way Ladder match, which was a rematch from WrestleMania when Seth Rollins would defend against Finn Balor and The Miz, except this time Samoa Joe was added into the mix, and so were a bunch of ladders.
Yep, pretty much Samoa Joe was added into the match out of nowhere. Sorry, I apologise.
Now the ending of this match came a bit out of nowhere because Finn Balor was climbing the ladder. After all the chaos you expect to see in a ladder match.
Yep.
Finn Balor climbed the ladder to unhook the briefcase. Rollins did a leap of faith, so to speak, from the rope onto a ladder. They were both tussling over the championship for a while until Seth Rollins managed to unhook the title and retain the Intercontinental Championship. Now, when I was watching this, I was slightly confused because at first glance, to me, it looked like they were tussling over the championship. The championship just fell by itself, and Rollins just grabbed it. But when you watch it carefully, you can see that Rollins unhooks it just before Finn Balor does. And they had another one-on-one rematch this past Monday on Raw.
Which went down relatively well.
Next, we went to the phenomenal AJ Styles defending the WWE Championship for the second time in as many weeks against Shinsuke Nakamura. Now,
Call him Shinsuke Low Blower.
Shinsuke Nakamura low-blowed AJ Styles after their championship match at WrestleMania. Has seemed to be taking a liking to doing it week after week after week.
Yeah, Yes, so much so we're starting to think he's changed his finishing move.
From the Kinshasa to the Kinlow-Blower.
Sorry, don't speak English.
But after another low blow and becoming increasingly frustrated, this match would end not with anyone winning, but Nakamura or Styles would get so frustrated that this would end in a double countout. However, the situation has not ended there, as we will get into a little bit later.
Yes.
After the match had ended, Styles performed a phenomenal forearm over the top rope onto the outside on Nakamura,
Which was phenomenally painful.
Next, it was time for Rusev Day to rest in peace, when Rusev took on The Undertaker in a casket match.
Now, this is Taker's first match since WrestleMania.
If you can call what he did at WrestleMania a match. It is his first match outside of WrestleMania since Hell in a Cell 2015, I believe it was.
Yes.
And it looks like The Undertaker's out of retirement and being brought in as a special attraction part-time superstar.
Which is fine.
So, this match was mostly dominated by The Undertaker, as you can guess. The ending of the match was Undertaker doing a chokeslam on Rusev and rolling him into the casket. But before he could close the lid, Aiden English decided to do the dumbest thing on the planet and attack The Undertaker, who then decided, okay Aiden English, you want to do that? You can eat a chokeslam and a tombstone and join Rusev in the casket.
I wonder how that ended up.
Which of course saw The Undertaker win the match. Next, it was time to pay a little trip to Suplex City inside a steel cage, because Brock Lesnar would defend the Universal Championship against Roman Reigns in a WrestleMania rematch, but this time a steel cage. There were suplexes, there were Superman punches, there were spears. However, this had a particularly controversial finish.
Oh, yes.
Because after Paul Heyman tried to get into the interfered and blocked the door, Roman Reigns hit a spear, causing one of the walls of the cage to collapse, causing both men to go flying out of the cage. Now, under the laws of a steel cage match, when you escape, both feet have to hit the floor. Whilst I admit that Brock Lesnar's back hit the floor first, Roman Reigns had his feet hit the floor first, but unfortunately the person who was declared the winner and still the reigning, defending, undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion,
Oh,
Brock Lesnar.
God.
I would
So
have
Chad Patton made a blow there.
I would hazard a guess that the only reason they've done this is because they want Brock Lesnar to overtake CM Punk's reign as WWE Champion, and that when we get to SummerSlam he will most likely lose the championship.
Most probably so.
That and the fact that Lesnar's being paid like ridiculous money, like £500,000 for every match he does.
Nuts.
But now it is time for the greatest Royal Rumble match. 50 superstars, 49 eliminations, 1 winner.
So, you're all asking who were the entrants in what order?
Entry number 1, former SmackDown General Manager Daniel Bryan.
Entry number 2 was Dolph Ziggler.
Entry number 3 was Sin Cara.
Entry number 4 was Curtis Axel.
Entry number 5, coming out of retirement, was Mark Henry.
Number 6, Mike Kanellis.
Who was just shy of beating a record and just shy of equaling Santino Marella's record for being in there for 1 second. He was in there for 3 seconds. Entry number 7, I believe, I'm not 100% sure on the pronunciation, was a sumo wrestler named Hikami Sumi.
Entry number 8 was Victor of the Ascension.
Entry number 9, Kofi Kingston of the New Day.
Number 10, a member of 205 Live, Tony Nese.
Or Tony Nese. Entry number 11, member of the Revival, Das Wilder.
Entry number 12 was the return of everybody's favourite leprechaun, Hornswoggle.
That Irish bastard. Excuse my language. Entry number 13, Primo Cologne.
Entry number 14, another member of the New Day, in Xavier Woods.
Entry number 15, Do You Believe in Bo Dallas?
Entry number 16 is the Raw General Manager, Kurt Angle.
Entry number 17, also member of the Ascension, Scott Dawson.
Entry number 18 was Shattered Dreams, Goldust.
Entry number 19, also member of the Ascension, Connor.
Number 20, Who Wants to Walk with Elias?
Entry number 21, The Brotherhood of Luke Gallows.
Entry number 22 was Rhino.
Entry number 23, member of 205 Live, Drew Gulak.
Entry number 24 from NXT, Sunday Night.
Entry number 25, it was time to get glorious with Bobby Roode.
Entry number 26 was Fandango.
Entry number 27, Chad Gable.
Entry number 28, it's time to dial up three numbers, 6, 1, 9.
Rey Mysterio. Entry number 29, Mojo Rawley.
Entry number 30 was Fandango's tag team partner, in Tyler Breeze.
Now, normally we'd be done here, but we've got 20 more to go through. Entry number 31, the final member of the New Day, Big E.
Entry number 32, Luke Guys' tag team partner, Carl Anderson.
Entry number 33, member of Titus Worldwide, Apollo Crews, but he did not give us the moment of the night.
Entry number 34 was the newest member of the Undisputed Era in Roderick Strong.
Shock the system. Entry number 35, The Viper, Randy Orton.
Entry number 36 was Rhino's tag team partner, Heath Slater.
He's got his.
Yes.
Entry number 37, from NXT, Bapachund, I believe.
Entry number 38 was the Lone Wolf, Baron Corbin.
Entry number 39,
Oh boy.
Titus O'Neil, or should we say Titus O'Slip.
Yep, he slipped during his entrance.
Titus O'Neil was pelted into the ring, and we're not sure whether this was planned or not. He meant to dive through the bottom rope and into the ring, except he slipped and went crashing underneath the ring. The commentators were absolutely laughing their heads off.
Yeah.
And this is quite possibly the greatest moment in Royal Rumble history.
So much so that Titus O'Neil has got merchandise from it. Anyway, entry number 40 from NXT, Dan Martha.
Entry number 41. Who's gonna get these hands? It's Braun Strowman.
Number 42 was the perfect 10, Ty Dillinger.
Entry number 43. He's been on a losing streak. It's Kurt Hawkins.
Entrant number 44, the Destroyer, Bobby Lashley.
Entry number 45. He was once eliminated by WWE Hall of Famer Beth Phoenix. The Great Khali.
Entrant number 46 is the Kevin Owens Show.
No, it's not, because entry number 47, a person who's had some problems with Kevin Owens, Shane McMahon.
Entry number 48 is the gold standard, Shelton Benjamin.
Entry number 49 was Big Cass.
And the coveted number 50 spot went to the Fozzy lead singer himself, and the person who likes to name people on the list, Chris Jericho.
Now we shall go through the order of elimination.
Sit back, this is going to be a long one.
First to be eliminated was Sin Cara by Dolph Ziggler.
Next to go
was Curtis Axel by Mark Henry. Then,
Mark Henry. Again.
Then we had Mike Kanellis go by Mark Henry. Then we had Hikaru Sumi go by Mark Henry. Then we had Mark Henry go by the combined effort of Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler. Then we had Victor go by Daniel Bryan. Then we had Das Wilder go by Daniel Bryan and Hornswoggle. Eighth to be eliminated was Hornswoggle by Tony Nese. Ninth to be eliminated was, if I can find it, bear with us a moment.
A long elimination to go through, folks.
Ninth to be eliminated was Tony Nese at the hands of Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. 10th to be eliminated was Bo Dallas by Kurt Angle. 11th to be eliminated was Primo by Kurt Angle. 12th to be eliminated was Dolph Ziggler by Kurt Angle. 13th to be eliminated was Connor by Elias. 14th to be eliminated was Kofi Kingston by Elias. 15th to be eliminated was Xavier Woods by Elias. 16th to be eliminated was Kurt Angle by Elias.
Again, Elias.
17th to be eliminated was Drew Gulak by Tucker Knight.
Okay.
18th to be eliminated was Goldust by Bobby Roode. 19th to be eliminated was Scott Dawson by Bobby Roode. 20th to be eliminated was Luke Gallows by Rey Mysterio. The 21st to be eliminated was Fandango by Mojo Rawley. 22nd to be eliminated was Tyler Breeze by Mojo Rawley. 23rd to be eliminated was was Tucker Knight by Big E. 24th to be eliminated was Chad Gable by Apollo Crews. 25th to be eliminated was Rhino by Roderick Strong. 26th to be eliminated was Carl Anderson by Randy Orton. 27th to be eliminated was Mojo Rawley by Randy Orton. 28th to be eliminated was 28th, where are you? 28th was Apollo Crews by Randy Orton. 29th to be eliminated was Bobby Roode by Baron Corbin. 30th to be eliminated was Roderick Strong by Baron Corbin. 31st to be eliminated was Bapachundi, or however you pronounce it, by Braun Strowman. The 32nd to be eliminated was Dan Mather by Braun Strowman. The 33rd to be eliminated was Big E by Braun Strowman. The 34th to be eliminated was Heath Slater by Braun Strowman. The 35th to be eliminated was Titus O'Neil by Braun Strowman. The 36th to be eliminated was Ty Dillinger by Braun Strowman. The 37th to be eliminated was, where is it? 37th to be eliminated, where are you? Was Rey Mysterio by Baron Corbin. The 38th to be eliminated was Baron Corbin by Randy Orton. The 39th to be eliminated was, if I can find it, 39, was Randy Orton by Elias.
I'll find Elias and I will eliminate him.
The 40th to be eliminated was Kurt Hawkins by Braun Strowman.
Not surprising.
The 41st to be eliminated was Elias by Bobby Lashley. The 42nd to be eliminated was The Great Khali by the combined forces of Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley. The 43rd to be eliminated was Shelton Benjamin by Chris Jericho. The 44th to be eliminated was Shane McMahon by Braun Strowman, whom practically murdered Shane McMahon by sending him through, choke-slamming him through one of the announce tables.
Ouch!
The 45th to be eliminated was Bobby Lashley by Braun Strowman. The 46th to be eliminated was Chris Jericho by Braun Strowman. The 47th to be eliminated was Kevin Owens by Braun Strowman.
Again, Strowman.
That brought the final three to be Big Cass, Daniel Bryan, and Braun Strowman.
And then, next to get eliminated
The 48th person to be eliminated was Daniel Bryan by Big Cass, and he'll get his revenge soon, as we'll get into. But finally, the final person to be eliminated was Big Cass, which means the winner of the greatest Royal Rumble. His name is Braun Strowman.
Yes.
It couldn't really go to anyone else.
No.
However, there were a few records set in this match. Yes, it was a bit of a longer match, but Daniel Bryan overtook Rey Mysterio's record to survive in the Royal Rumble match for 1 hour, 16 minutes and 5 seconds.
Braun Strowman?
Braun Strowman has the record now for 13 eliminations.
So, that about does it for the greatest Royal Rumble.
It was, on my point of view, it was a decent evening of wrestling. Would have been slightly better if one of the world titles had changed hands, and of course if the women could have competed, but that's out of our control due to Saudi Arabia's messed up laws. Join us in a matter of moments when we will bring you the backlash to WrestleMania and the greatest Royal Rumble.